If you're an iPhone user with a trip planned this year, then this video is going to show you all sorts of super cool tricks and hacks that you probably didn't even know existed. In case you're new here, hi, I'm Christina from happytowander.com, and this channel is all about practical travel tips from someone who's been there, done that, so be sure to like and subscribe if that sounds like your kind of thing. Now let's start with a super simple way to send your flight details to anybody in seconds. All you have to do is text someone your flight number, and that info will pull up immediately. Next, I'm going to show you how to translate menus and signs directly within your iPhone camera app. Sure, you could use a translate app like Google Translate, but actually if you pull up your native iPhone camera and you hold your phone over any sign or menu that you want to translate, you can do it within the camera app and then have the translation ready in seconds. Another great trick with the iPhone camera is you can actually use it to copy text. All you need to do is open your camera, put it on photo mode, and then place it over the text that you want to copy. Then tap the screen where your text is until this yellow frame appears around it, and press this button on the bottom right-hand corner. Then this new screen is going to appear that allows you to select whatever bits of the text you want to copy, and then you can tap again to copy it and paste it into your notes or wherever you want to paste it. This is great for taking notes about your trip, so if you're gonna be sharing details about the trip with friends back home, you can write a blog post, do something like that. I personally use it for big signs and plaques all the time, just because my memory's not great, so if I'm able to just copy the text directly from the plaque, then I can refer back to it really easily. The best part is this also works for photos that you've already taken within your camera roll. Another fun thing that the Photos app can do is actually help you look up landmarks. So if you're like me and you have the memory of a goldfish, this is a total game changer. Long story short, if you take a photo of a landmark and you can't exactly remember what it's called or where it is, then you can actually go into your camera roll, swipe up on the photo, and it might say something that says, "Look up landmark." If it's something very iconic, like the Eiffel Tower for instance, usually it'll tell you right away what it is along with the address. But if it's something lesser known, then they might not be able to show you exactly the name. In that case, it'll show you the address and then you can pull it up on your maps and remember where it was. Now, another iPhone feature that a lot of people forget exists is the fact that within the Photos app, you can actually add captions just like you would for a Facebook or Instagram photo. So let's say you want to remember little details from your trip, like the name of the dish you ordered, or maybe the name of your tour guide or the friends you met. You can easily do that by swiping up on the photo, and you can add a caption right there. And if you want to find a specific photo from the trip but you can't quite remember where it is, a really cool thing you can do with the iPhone is actually search your camera roll with keywords. So let's say you're looking for a photo of a specific pasta dish, you can just type in pasta, whatever you're looking for, and then it'll show you photos of what you're searching for. Granted, it's not perfect, but it's a good start if you're looking for a specific photo. You can also search based on the text that's in the photo. So let's say you're trying to locate a specific sign or something that you know you took a photo of. All you have to do is search up that word, and then in the search results, look for something with the live text symbol. And then once you click on that, you'll be able to see it. It'll even highlight the part of the photo where the word appears, which I think is so cool. Now, another fun iPhone photo hack is to easily extract subjects from the backgrounds in your photos. To do this, all you need to do is hold down on a photo in the spot that you want to cut out, and then wait for this glowy line to appear, and then press copy. Then you can paste this in your notes or on Instagram stories. There's a lot of different potential uses for this, from creative things like maybe making collages for Instagram stories or elsewhere. Additionally, there are some really practical purposes. I know some people who will take a mirror selfie every time they have a new outfit that they really like, and then they can just copy that outfit and put it in notes. That way, if you're not great at choosing outfits in the morning, you can have a catalog of all the different outfits that you've brought on the trip, or even in your day-to-day life. I mean, this is super type A. I don't know if I'd ever be able to do that, but it's definitely a very cool use of this trick. Another cool thing that a lot of people don't realize you can do on the iPhone is actually take videos and photos at the same time. So this hack really blew my mind when I figured it out, just because sometimes, you want photos and you want videos and you want to save time and not have to do it in two separate goes. Well, there's actually a way you can unlock a secret mode that allows you to capture still frames from a video as you capture it. So basically all you have to do is go to the video screen of your camera, then you press down on this red button and drag the white circle over to the right and drop it there. Then you can press that white button to capture a still frame from whatever video you're recording. Now be aware that the quality of these photos is going to be quite similar to if you were taking a screenshot from a video. So if you're really prioritizing like a clear, sharp photo, it is better to just use the photo mode instead of using this. But if you're short on time or you just want to have some frames from the video to use, that's a really handy trick. Now, another handy trick I love is turning your phone on airplane mode to make it charge faster. So when you're traveling, there's probably loads of times when you need to make sure you charge your phone really quickly, whether you're at the airport or just charging up at your hotel before you head out for the day. So a really great way to make it charge faster is just by throwing it on airplane mode. Don't ask me why this works, it just does, but it's also better if you're not using your phone at the time, put it on airplane mode, leave it to the side, and it'll charge much quicker. Now onto the next trick. If you have any documents or things that you need to scan during your trip or in advance of your trip, you don't actually need to find a scanner to do that. In fact, within the Notes app, you can scan documents really easily and turn them into PDFs right within the Notes app, which I think is so handy. So to do that, all you have to do is open your Notes app, tap that camera button in there, and then go to scan documents. And what this is gonna do is open up a camera. So you just place your phone kind of over the document that you're trying to scan, almost like you're taking a photo of it. And then when you press that button, it's gonna scan a copy and turn it into a PDF right within the app. Now during the process, you can actually even choose different details for your scan, like whether it's color, black and white, or grayscale, or if it's a photo. Now once the scan is done, to change the name, you just press the title here and click rename. And you can also get a copy on your computer super easily by airdropping or emailing it. To do that, you just go and press the share button. Now, before a big trip, I would personally make scanned copies of important documents like your passport, potentially any visas, and also any other physical bookings. That way you always have a backup copy in case you lose the original. Another iPhone trick that I would recommend for travel is saving copies of these documents in your Files folder. Now, everybody knows about the Photos app on your phone. A lot of people don't realize there's actually a Files app as well, and that is way underused. So in that folder, you can actually keep things like PDFs or other documents, which is really handy. Since the Files folder gets a lot less use, I like to keep all my most important documents in there because things can get buried in a camera roll, but within the Files app, since I have like 6 things, it's way easier to track down the copy of my passport, for instance. So if you're using that scanner trick that I mentioned before, then you just press share, then save to files in order to keep a copy of that in your Files app. Now, another great organizational hack for the iPhone is to use hashtags in your notes to keep everything organized. Now, I use my Notes app religiously for pretty much every aspect of my life, which is why I have over 2,000 notes in my iCloud. In fact, the script for this video is in my notes right now. But this is a very easy way to organize all your different notes. So there are folders, but if there's certain notes that you want to have in lots of different categories, let's say you wanted to group all your itineraries in one place, but also all your packing lists and also your to-do lists, things like that, you can just add the hashtag within the note. And then later you can scroll to the bottom of your notes and use the search bar there to find all the notes that are linked to that hashtag. Now, another great iPhone tip for travel is just to make sure anytime you have tickets like boarding passes or admission tickets, if you have the option to add it into your Apple Wallet, make sure you do that. So not only is that great for keeping track of all your tickets in one place, what I really like about the Apple Wallet is that when it gets closer to the time of your event, so whether that's a flight or a game that you're going to or a performance, usually it'll show you that specific ticket on your lock screen. So that way you're only ever one tap away from being able to show your ticket, which makes things really easy in a stressful situation like the airport. Now, another fun iPhone trick for travel is you can actually unlock really detailed weather maps. So if you're not really satisfied with the quality of the weather app that's built into the iPhone, you think it doesn't give you enough information, there's actually a way that you can unlock more detailed maps that show you things like precipitation, wind, and temperature. So to do that, just open your weather app, click the bottom left side map icon there, and then you get more detailed weather data. Crazy. Next up, I know that location tracker apps have become a really popular thing, but a lot of people don't realize you can actually share your location with others just within the iPhone itself through the built-in Find My app. So this would be really helpful for keeping track of travel companions when you're out, for instance. It's also a great way to keep people from back home in the loop. So you don't need to download a new app for this. You can actually just do that through the Find My app. What's cool is if you have one of the newer iPhones, like 14 and above, you can actually send your location via satellite. So that way you don't need to be dependent on internet or anything to send and share your location. Finally, I'm not sure how useful this would be, to be honest, in the context of travel, but it took me way too long to realize that this app existed, so I'm gonna share it with you anyways. Long story short, buried in your utilities folder, so that's the one with your calculator, your voice recorder, and all that stuff, there's actually a measurement app called Measure that is fairly accurate. So you could use it to measure different things like the distance between things, or maybe like the dimensions of your bag, things like that. So this could be helpful if you're on the go and maybe you need to get the size of your bag for sizing requirements. I don't know, but I just think it's really cool that you're able to do that within your iPhone. Another hidden app in here that doesn't get a lot of use is the Compass app, which also shows things like your coordinates and your elevation. Granted, I don't know how likely you'd be to use this, but I do think it's good to know that it's in there if you're in a situation where you need to find north or something. All right, I hope you enjoyed that list of iPhone travel hacks. If you have any more to add, be sure to let me know in the comments. And of course, like and subscribe for more practical travel videos just like this one. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.